Tencha, can you put this fork in the kitchen sink? Something happened? Oh. Okay. Well, good night. Boo. So, I love spooky stories. My favorite genre is horror, and Halloween is my favorite holiday. It's just so much fun dressing up with friends and indulging in spooky themed stuff. I've also just been watching horror movies since I was so young. I even remember making a lighthearted comic about horror movie antagonists forming an after-school club in, middle school? And as a small few might know, my character, sorry for the fourth wall break, is even half ghost. Looks a lot shorter in real life, huh? Well, despite all this, I thankfully don't have much spooky experiences, and I plan to keep it that way. I don't really know if I believe in the paranormal, but I'm open-minded to it, and you'll never catch me playing around with any of that. Hey, do you want to try summoning the... Nope, no thanks. I mean, if you want to mess with that stuff, you do you. I'll just be in my bed watching cat videos or something. Orange cat. That being said, I do have 3 stories that are somewhat creepy. Nothing crazy compared to the ones that I've seen online or heard from others, but I thought I'd share them anyway, from least to most creepy. Oh, and for the 3rd story, I'd actually completely forgotten about it until I was writing this video. It was pushed back deep into the recesses of my mind, locked away. But I brought it back for you guys. The first story, as you saw, was from when I was small, and my mom was asking me to put away a fork. I don't remember much about this apartment, but I do remember being constantly creeped out by its super long and dark hallway. I was walking through it slowly, because in my head I was thinking, can't let the monsters know I'm afraid, must not show weakness. When out of nowhere, from this large plastic bag of stuffed animals, this Elmo doll just started laughing full volume, hysterically. The maniacal kind of laugh where you just can't catch your breath. Of course I freaked out, and it just kept going and going. I still threw the fork in though because, I don't know, I'm task-oriented. And then sprinted back with all my might. I think I might have tried telling my mom about it, but being a kid, it probably just sounded like incoherent blabbering. Thankfully, now that I'm older, I know some toys can just randomly be set off, especially if they're old. It was pretty new though, so I don't know. But at the time, can you imagine how terrifying that was? I mean, have you ever heard one of these guys? They sound freaky. Even worse in the dead of the night. If you want to know how psychotic a malfunctioning Tickle Me Elmo sounds, there's that video where they, put one under high voltage and, don't ask me why I know about it. Okay, so the second story takes place at a different house, and honestly, it was pretty normal. Its worst offense was having one of those attic doors in my closet. What's that for? Oh, there's an attic door in your closet. I just wanted to see what was inside. Huh? Anything inside? Nope. Just a doll that was sitting at the top. Wait, what? Like a Victorian doll? A baby doll? A Raggedy Ann? I don't know. Well, good night. But yeah, other than that, nothing too creepy. So, one day I was in my room playing with a bunch of dolls and this big dollhouse. After a while, I wanted to go downstairs for some water. I always made a deliberate effort in putting dolls away, usually face down because honestly they creep me out. So I gathered them all in a basket and went down to the kitchen. At the time, only my siblings and I were home, and they were both watching TV in the living room. I walked by them, got my water, and went back up. But when I got to the room, they were in a circle. Okay, no, I'm kidding. When I got back, I was about to grab the basket when I noticed they were placed kinda funny. For some reason, a few of them looked like they were half hanging out of the basket, and the most off-putting part was that they were somehow tangled together in a way that basically made it look like they were climbing out. Like, what is this? I've seen Toy Story. I didn't really know what to do. On one hand, I was like, oh god, I'm losing it. I must be imagining things, right? Hallucinating? But on the other hand... So I did what any normal kid would do. Laugh nervously, shove them into a closet, and then run downstairs to watch TV. Is it possible they just fell? Yeah. And of course it's possible I could be misremembering, or could have just imagined it. It definitely was not any of my siblings though, they would have had to walk past me. It's the only time I ever noticed something misplaced like this, and jarring enough to stop me in my tracks. But I was a kid, so unfortunately we will never know. The true horror is how quickly I can spiral into self-doubt. It feels kind of silly now, but it was also scarier to me back then because I had a slight fear of dolls. And if you're thinking, wait, Tencha, you were afraid of dolls but you still played with them? Yeah, I don't know. My child brain thought that's just what you do. Also, most of my stuff were hand-me-downs or hand-me-downs of hand-me-downs, so options were limited. Now for the last story. She goes on way too many tangents, huh? Hey, wait. Achoo! Oh, he's back early. Hey. Hey, there's chicken? Hello? Hello? Huh. I guess I just imagined it. Huh? Why is there a... What in the... That was definitely not there this morning. Haha, what a funny way for that picture frame to land. Must have been the wind. Stupid basement, stupid broken stairlights, stupid. Stupid basement, stupid broken lights, stupid, 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 stupid. Oh, thank God. Of course, it had to be the door right next to mine. Maybe if I crack it open, the bathroom light will help. Yep, okay, definitely not. Honestly, the scariest part of this story is that it could have been an intruder, and frankly, I'd rather something spooky. Oh, what a relief. I did try to explain what happened later, but as creeped out as I was in the moment, me explaining how a picture frame fell didn't really strike fear into anyone's hearts, so I just kinda chalked it up to too many scary movies. And then the picture frame fell, and did you pick it up and put it back? And I, yeah? Okay. Huh. I may have had an overreaction. But even now, after all this time, whenever I remember the frame and the visual of it just sitting upright at the doorway, I get the creeps. Those are my 3 stories. Nothing too bad, I think. If you have any of your own fun, spooky stories, feel free to share them in the comments. I love a good campfire tale. And let me know if you ever heard something crazy from a defective toy, or if you've ever come back to find something in a different spot. Thanks for watching. Oh, now that you mention it, your dad did used to be in that room. He switched though. Something about bad energy and getting nightmares. Okay, bye.